All right, gals, thank you for joining. This is the Market Pulse. You've seen this before, right?
Yes.
Can you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I am Maria DiMaggio-Hickman with the DiMaggio Group at Galindo Real Estate.
And I am Roszettie G.
All right. Maria and Roszettie joining, and you guys work for Josh?
Yeah.
How do you like working at a company that has their hand on the flips? I would think that's exciting, and you get to see some inventory. Is that great?
Yeah, I love working. It's so exciting, and there's always something going on, and there's always these field trips that we do that we get to go see the project from beginning till end, and it's really, you learn a lot.
There's never a dull day in the office, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I admire him a lot, and you have a great leader, but just the marketing component. And I see you guys market yourselves quite a bit. So I'm excited to hear from you on your business side today. We were talking a little bit before we turned the cameras on about where the closings have been, right? So this is like a high level market update for most agents. Don't want the minutia. We'll put the stats in, but the units just aren't there.
Right.
We closed like 2,200 or so in February. March was a surprise at 3,000. So we thought we were on our way to this boom that we all wanted. And then it tapered back down to like 28. And now May, which should historically be our best month, is trending towards like 2,600 closings, which is low, very low. Are you guys feeling that or seeing that at the office?
Yeah, I definitely see it. It has slowed down a little bit. I think there is a lot of uncertainty about what's going on in the world, rates, all this good stuff. But I do see we are still producing. We still are out there selling homes. It's just a little bit slower right now, but we're definitely moving and grooving. We've got stuff going on.
And I would say 2,600 closings, that's 2 checks on each side of that escrow. That's 5,200 checks got issued out. Prices are high. Sellers and buyers are still paying us our fees. So it's a great business to be in, and people still need to move.
Exactly.
So I don't know why everyone is waiting for the market to turn around when the market is actually still healthy for us today.
Absolutely.
I keep seeing a big sticker shock, and I think what our office is doing, and a lot of other offices too, is that the education that comes into what's happening in our market right now is really what's allowing the consumers to be able to make a move, because they do need to move, right? A lot of people are just waiting for the perfect time, and there's really never a perfect time. It's more when you are ready to take the next steps to move forward, whether that's selling or buying, and making the best decision for you and your family.
And I also think it puts a lot of the pressure on us as realtors to get more creative. So when the objection is the interest rate, what are we going to do as realtors in the negotiation room and getting seller to pay closing costs to buy down the interest rate? So then you take away that objective. The rate is out of the problem anymore. It's, no, we've got you a decent rate now. So I just think it's going to take a lot of creativity on the real estate agent side to get creative when they're negotiating.
I know you both know this, and I know Josh probably teaches it too, but you always want to shop when no one else is shopping. So there's less buyer shopping today. So if you ask a seller to give more concessions, buy down the rate further, lower price, fix everything, you're more likely, if you're waiting for this perfect market's going to have fire behind it. And guess what? Seller's going to have more muscle and say, sorry, not going to pay concessions, not going to lower the price, and you're going to get less.
Yes.
So it's actually a perfect time for buyers to transact right now.
Oh, I'm seeing it like crazy. I don't put one offer that's full price. We are asking for seller concessions on everything. We're asking for the world. And then obviously that's when the negotiation starts. But I mean, it's a perfect time for buyers to be out there right now.
And I think for sellers too, they turn into buyers. So, 2021, you had a competition of 20 other offers. And right now you could probably maybe give a little bit on the seller side, but be able to get a great deal into the next move that you're going into. So what they don't see is the other side of the transaction. It's more just the dollar amount that they thought they could have gotten. But maybe it's a little bit of guilt for not selling a few years ago.
I don't know this for sure, but I think the pop we had in March was that rates were lower. And that interest rate that some sellers have, which might have been the 3, and the rate being closer to 6, that delta was 3%, which is still a lot. They were more likely to be willing, because some of these sellers buy again and need to relocate or upsize or downsize. Now it's spread even further. It's probably about like 3.25 apart. So some of the sellers are not coming to market because they don't want to buy again at the higher rate. It's actually kind of helping our marketplace because less sellers are coming to market. It's keeping our balance more healthy. I don't think we want to see 20,000 homes for sale because that will freak buyers out. They'll think that they should pay a lot less than they really can, and it won't be healthy. So I actually think the environment's pretty good.
Yeah.
I agree.
We're in a very stable market.
I agree. I think so too. And the luxury market, I don't see any problems there. I mean, those are going within a week first in some cases. So it just depends on where you're at in price point. But I think the market's great right now.
That's the oddest part about our market. The bottom is the softest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the 2 incomes, the co-signers, gift letters, creative financing, down payment assistance. The dream is so immense and so crazy. They want the house so bad. These buyers are trying so hard. The affluent, they're borrowing against their equities. Yep. They have lines of credit. They have, all these other options. And that market's super healthy. Usually works the other way around. Usually the bottom is pretty hot and then it gets softer over $1 million. Now the 5 million range is like selling like hotcakes. I wouldn't have believed it, but
exactly.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Even with the Nevada Advantage program, Nevada released better programs for first-time home buyers to be able to get into their first home and purchase. And we're not seeing a lot of movement there. The people that know are taking advantage of it. And when the money is gone, the money is gone. So the sticker shock objection or maybe, the rates, it's like historically, we're at a great rate.
I agree.
In the 80s and 90s, rates were 15 to 18%, and we're still less than 10% on interest rates, and rent is 100% interest. So for the long term, and maybe people just don't want to think about the future, you're saving money and building wealth, which is really great.
You're a little younger than me. Is it a generational thing? Are the younger folks not thinking about the homes the way we did? It was a dream of mine to own a home and stay there a long time. Does the world move a little faster? And does the younger generation not see home ownership the same, or do they?
I think emotionally, home ownership as a whole looks a lot different. And it's more common for people to go into content houses or maybe buy with a friend compared to, your average American family purchasing a home. And I think that there are so many options, luxurious in apartments that exist, especially in Las Vegas, or even just the responsibility of renting versus buying, when the reality is you're still taking care of the house.
Well, I think too, people are getting married older. They're starting families older. So you talk about back when I bought my first house, I was in my mid-20s. I was already settling down with the family, right? And so a house made sense. People in their 20s, early 30s, they're still traveling. They don't want to have to take care of a yard and things like that. So I do think that there is a shift in the age of when most people are buying. But I think overall, the younger generation still wants to build generational wealth through home ownership and real estate. I don't know.
I see some wanting flexibility, though. When you buy your home, you're in that home and that's it. You can't really, if you're on one income, go pick another one the next month.
Yeah.
You have that one thing, you've done it. Selling it's hard, and you could be a cost for that. And I think they I don't know what side of town I want to live on. Mm-hmm. I don't know what part of the country I want to live on. I feel like the younger generation is a little more want to be flexible with their options, and where maybe my generation was I was staying in the same house forever.
Exactly.
And so I grew up that way. So I think things are changing. You're right. The entry-level home buyer or the first-time home buyer is now 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's older.
I know.
I mean, that's a grown man or woman, right? I mean, holy smokes. I mean, that's a lot older than I remember. So they maybe are finally feeling the commitment at 40. Mm-hmm. Maybe at 30, you don't feel the commitment yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is interesting to think about, because when you're younger, you have more grit to be able to work and make money and save, and maybe not all of them save. But the want has to be there too. So I think as realtors, it's our job to educate them on the money that they are making and what they can transition, the next 10 years of their investment to be, because either way, they're going to pay rent.
All right. I'm going to throw a little flyer. What about AI? How's it affecting the real estate business?
Ooh, we just had this conversation about AI. I think, because Marie and I discussed, I think your younger generation is always going to try and utilize AI in making a good decision. Some people use it for therapy. Some people use it for, maybe just shopping lists or anything really. But in my hospitality background, I think your person-to-person interaction will always build better trust than AI. So I don't think for our career it will change much, but I think it will change your average agent. If you're not utilizing AI in your business, you're going to see the huge difference on going with a realtor that is and going with a realtor that isn't.
Especially when it comes to marketing and your CRM, things like that. I think AI is going to be a game changer as far as keeping in contact with clients, getting clients, cold calling, all of that stuff, it's changed the game on that.
Yeah, the outbound game is going to be a huge improvement. But for the consumer, I'm saying, I think the younger folks you think would be more inclined to use AI might want to do the real estate transaction the way they saw their parents do it. And then the older generation that has used realtors a few times, if they had a realtor maybe not handle it very well, might go, you know what, I want to trust the robot this time. that guy or gal didn't do me right. So I think it might be the opposite. I think the grandmas might actually push the button and buy the house first.
Yeah.
And the younger people would be like, no, I'm supposed to use a person. Because I always thought people want a pat on the back.
Yeah.
They want to get in the house and go, what do you think?
Right.
You've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that ever goes away. I don't think it will.
I don't either. I think we're always going to have that person-to-person relationship needed, especially when you're purchasing the largest purchase you probably will ever do in your entire life. I don't know that I want to trust a machine or a robot to help me with that. So
see, it's interesting that you say that, because we had a really in-depth conversation. So it's very funny that you asked us that. But I think your older generation, that's probably why they get scammed more. Because, they go into this AI, they want to trust the robot, and it's forever evolving in the technology and the data that they can kind of collect, which is why I think they should go with someone.
Yes, a person.
They see in person.
Yeah, and you both would tell them, hey, don't send the wire, don't click
Oh my
on
gosh.
this.
Oh
Yeah.
my
so
gosh, yes.
so we are there as a safety net as well, right? To kind of protect as well. So this mostly goes out to realtors that watches at our association. So we are always, advocating that everyone uses a realtor, Las Vegas realtor, especially here, because, we pride ourselves in protecting the homeowner and the whole experience, of course. Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Awesome.